Yo, what's going on, guys? Look at Tristan here, and today we have a Hive video of sorts, but it is not mine. It is, or this is not my game, rather. This is playoffs for round one, quarterfinals, I believe, because it's only 8 people make playoffs, and we have Miyochi versus GoldLeafSnivy, two really amazing people in the Hive, and I should be joined sometime in this video, and I think Veno's here now. Hey, Veno.
Hi.
Yeah,
Who else is in here?
you and me, because it's a
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, it's a regular
What's going on,
voicemail.
YouTube? It's your boy,
Oh,
Venoxio here.
oh, shut up! This is my video, bitch. But yeah, so we do have Miyochi versus GoldLeafSnivy. Like I said, two great people in the Hive. Yeah, two really great people. I like both of them, and something just like going based off. What's the seeding here? Do you know? Is Mio one?
Yeah, Mio's first seed and Snivy is actually lowest seed.
So we have the 8 seed versus the 1 seed here, and Veno, if you would have to say, who do you have for this game?
Well, personally, I picked Mio as my winner pick for the. I would just say Mio like right off the bat simply because his team just like looking. Snivy has pretty much zero good, like real like Mega Diancie responses. He doesn't really have that many. He actually doesn't have good Kartana responses either. Like he does have the Mega Aggron for both, but that can be taken advantage of with like things like Bronzong or like Zapdos.
I'm gonna stop you there,
Special
Veno,
advantage
because
here.
one, you're not even in the game right now, or else you'd see that there's no Kartana on Mio's side. You are juiced right now, my guy. There you
Oh
are.
man, dude.
You are juiced right now. But yes, so looking at this matchup here, I probably still have to say Mio because Mio just has such a good team put together in general. It's
Which actually, an offensive Coolfish, which we do see, actually has a pretty good matchup, oddly, against a against like Snivy's team outside of that Jellicent, which can or and then like just like resist both stabs.
in general, I find it really interesting just in matchup wise because you look at Mio's team as like, oh, Mega Diancie, Zapdos, KomMio-O to an extent, like very prevalent mons in the draft league format, and then it's like you look at Snivy's team, and you have like Infernape, and then you don't. It's a lot of mons that you don't really think of. Oh, they're big in draft league, you know, and it's like that I think was a I don't want to say a misstep, but it's like I think that obviously helps Mio out, especially with the team composition.
Ooh, trading. Oh wow, Coolfish dies. Actually, that is actually awful for Mio because while the Gliscor is decent for Mio, I don't think that like it was worth the trade because of how good Aqua Drought Coolfish is. Oh, when it like comes in on like things like the Florges or the Infernape.
Yeah,
That was
looking here. It's like
for Snivy. Yeah.
the biggest thing was good on Mio for knowing that Diancie is probably the best mon in this matchup, bar the Mega Aggron that that GoldLeafSnivy adds. I mean, it was kind of prepped for it. It seems like on Mio's side in terms of having stuff like the KomMio-O and Zapdos, because that kind of handles most variants of Mega Aggron. But then like we have Diancie here, like the best switching of Diancie on Snivy's team is definitely that Jellicent, and so he knows that it's going to come in, and he just sets up those rocks, which is going to prove to be probably a big factor here.
Actually, Jellicent is definitely a key mon for like Snivy to keep alive as a whole, mainly for the KomMio-O and the as well as the. But I feel like that with him having Sneasel and Zapdos there, most notably the Sneasel, as that can pressure the Jellicent come in on things like the Haxorus and the Roserade if this is not Scarf. But by the way that Snivy just went right on the Diancie, you can assume that he is Scarf. And the Leaf Storm Miss, that kind of matters for potentially scouting.
That matters for scouting the set right there. That matters for I'm just pulled up a calc in the recording zone. My bad, guys. Yeah, so I want to check that if it's like a Araquanid, if it's like a Roserade, if it's just Scarf Roserade. Let's see here. Leaf Storm to a max HP does around 57% max. So yeah, it would have been huge to at least see what that spread was going to be like.
So this Araquanid also could carry the Toxic for this Jellicent with the potential Spiderweb to counteract it, but the taunt proving very, very useful, potentially.
The Jolt join and then left.
Oh, neat.
Happy birthday, Jolt.
Let's see. I think that Snivy has the advantage here. Like, if that's a defog Florges, then he is able to pretty much like get rid of the webs.
If that's a defog Florges,
then the KomMio-O
he has to find the exact point to do it, because there's a lot on Mio's team that just pressures the Florges most of the time.
Oh, like, if that's a choice Sneasel, then let's say like when he's like killing the Jellicent, and then like that's pretty free, as well as just this is actually like potential setup for KomMio-O, because I don't think Roser gets like Sludge Wave, but it does get the Dazzling Gleam, which also is like nothing for me to scout for.
This is special for one. If this was like Electrium Z with the interesting strategy there. But this could have been Dragonium Z as well in some terms. I don't know if this if the special KomMio-O was the right set, to be honest.
I think it was, the Forges being a pretty big presence against it, as well as things like a possible like Spit F Jelly existing for the Diancie. Could be
I
like
really don't
specs.
know, to be honest. That is that's not doing much, to be honest.
I assume probably like predicting the KomMio-O.
Yeah, no, that's a definite prediction right there that ended up not doing too well. And really, Roserade, if you know it's choice locked, I think it's a very risky thing to do, because especially when you're sitting in front of a Zapdos right here, because it's like Zapdos is one of the bulkiest mons in the game that people use over and over again, and Zapdos will just eat a lot of hits from the Roserade, and it did that right there, because that Dazzling Gleam did nothing.
This is for sure a choice Scarf Roserade for the +1 KomMio-O and the Diancie, but based on him being a special set, it's pretty safe to assume that Mio is not a speed boosting. I don't know how useful that's going to be.
And what we're
getting the Toxic off on the Forges.
So we see Wish.
Wish he might not have defog.
This does not look to be a defog set, unless he just doesn't have like Protect. Yeah, so how it looks like right now, those Rocks and Rebs are going to stay on the field, and that's going to be a huge it'll be a huge aspect of this game, especially when we have like the biggest offensive threats to Snivy's or on Snivy's team right now. They get hindered by that webs in a huge way, and so basically I think this game is pretty one-sided right now.
Yeah, I do feel like that Mio definitely just has just win available to him, with the Diancie probably becoming more of a win con actually goes down, which it should in a few turns with of it being just right, body webs in the rocks.
Uh-huh.
KomMio-O is actually also a pretty nice win con if the floor just goes down too, because then he can pretty freely spam his dragon attacks, and then there's like poke holes for things like Sneasel to clean.
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
And we do see that floor just go down here, and basically, as you said, that means that KomMio-O gets to come in and do a lot of work, and even stuff like the physical offensive prowess of Sneasel could actually come in, and basically the only thing going to be stopping it is that Infernape.
Yeah, like me. L-code by Sneasel. I assume if like Jelson's on the Colbert, one possible adventure which can die if weakened if he's not Mach Punch, which I assume that he is. But like if he's not, then I think that Sneasel just has a fun time for the rest of this game.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's in times like this is where you actually see how well Mio's team is composed, because sticky webs with stuff such as Mega Diancie and KomMio-O just helps out. There is such a threat overall, and it's huge in terms of trying to prep against him, in terms of trying to definitely try to win, really. And I think even right here we see that Mio's going to be okay with sacking his Araquanid. This is probably going to be a good setup opportunity for something, I would say, if he does have any setup options.
Yeah, like arguably just like by
if he's Calm Mind, maybe. Like, I don't know, because depending on the Jellicent, if it's Spadef, then probably 2 Moonblast still don't kill. But like Scald doesn't kill most Mega Diancies as well. What do we see?
like probably still has like a decent amount. Like maybe
I don't think Earth Power is the play there. Like if you have Moonblast, you click Moonblast.
oh yeah, 100%. But like
if he was going for the Spadef drop, I would say that's the only condition.
a winning spot though, so like it doesn't really matter like what he clicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so what we see here is Zapdos really just showing off how much bulk it and ultimately does have, because it's going to eat hits. It's going to do what it does best. And we see another Earth Power, which no Spadef drop. Diamond Storm does not kill. He does get the +2 defense, but I don't think that's going to
useful for like a
yeah.
Like if webs weren't up, then like I could definitely see that being like useful for like a potential like Scarf Nape or Lax, but like since they are up, I don't really think that would matter.
Yeah.
Snivy, I don't think that. I think that Zapdos can just win here because hacks an answer because it needs to boost twice to do anything. Diesel can still Ice Shard it. Jellicent and Infernape cannot beat 1v1 unless this is like an SD Nape in which he actually has a good shot to win if the KomMio-O cannot Oko it.
Well, let's see. SD Ape. I think the biggest thing for an SD Ape that puts it in a troublesome spot is that KomMio-O is at full for one. And I guess like a +2 close combat's going to be doing a lot. I'll check that now actually. But say +2 versus KomMio-O. Did we do that? A +2 has a chance to kill, but then we have stuff like this This is a special Infernape, actually. Okay, then.
Next, I would say. Like CC Mach, I assume.
Life Orb. A +2 close combat can kill, but it's not +2. +1 does not have or +0 has no chance if it's Jolly. Focus Blast maybe wouldn't still. Probably if it's bulletproof, it can't. So.
And he does fire off the Dragonium Z, which I think seals the game for Mio at this rate because, as well as the Haxorus, which pretty much can't beat left with webs up. So I think that is GG to Mio, who should move on to the semifinals.
Oh yeah, that seems definitely the case right now.
And
so I think at this case, we have if there's a setup move, he has to go for it right now.
I think if he unless he's
yeah, no, you've cut out a lot, or Venom.
Rip, dude. Me?
Yeah, yes, you. There's no one else on the fucking planet of Draft League format that cuts out more than you.
Phil.
I've never heard Phil cut out.
Oh, with Phil, he calls it like every 10 seconds. Big fan of my good pal, Phil Nielsen.
And yeah, this seems to be a clear 4-0, maybe.
And looking at Mio's like semis bracket, his opponent seems to either be Specs King or myself, which can also lead to some pretty fiery matchups.
So it's gonna be Specs King, from what I'm hearing.
In this call in the first place.
Poor Veno. First, like, Veno, you could avoid a lot of the heat that you get if you, like, one, stop lying and saying that you're gonna go 6-4. Like that's what started it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go 6-4, bet. And it's like you didn't go 6-4. You're not 6-4. You can't go 6-4. And now you're gonna go 3-7, and then you're gonna lose to Specs King.
That's a big line face. I'm going 5-5.
That's what he said about going 6-4. But that is a GG, nonetheless, between Mio and GoldLeafSnivy. And so, like Benno said, the next game is either going to be against, for Mio at least, is going to be against Specs King or Benno himself. And that game is actually going to go on later today as well. So I'll try to record that one, and we should have some pretty juicy content coming forward. So
in person this time.
Yeah.
Because I obviously won't be available.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe I'll do it alone. Who knows? But that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please let me know. If you want to see more of this stuff, which I'm probably going to do Venos anyway, so you're not going to have a choice on that option. But if there's anything else you want to see, if any comment, go ahead. And Veno, do you have anything left to say?
Very excited to see what Mio actually pulls out for the rest of his games, because I do feel like that he is a very big winner with him claiming like first seed already. So for the rest of the Weedle playoffs.
Yep, and just like you're saying, Mio being #1 seed, he's a big winner. He showed that he probably deserves to be a #1 seed here in this showing. But yeah, that will end it off for this video, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.